The new president of the NRA is not keeping his powder dry. He's coming out guns blazing. Almost as soon as he was granted this position, he decided to attack the Parkland students. And he said this in an interview with the Washington Times. He accused the teenage survivors of the Parkland shooting of, quote, intimidation and harassment and law breaking. He said what they did very successfully with a frontal assault is they confused the American people. In response, he said his role as the NRA president is to counterpunch the blowback facing the organization. Because of course, we have learned over the past 18 months or so that viciously attacking people is counterpunching. Okay, you just call it that and it's fine. He also said this, they call them activists. That's what they're calling themselves. They're not activists. This is civil terrorism. This is the kind of thing that's never been seen against a civil rights organization in America. You go back to the terrible days of Jim Crow and those kinds of things, even there you didn't have this kind of thing.
Oh, do you feel
he went
like
on to
you're
say,
being terrorized?
He went on to say, Jesus Christ, he thought he had it bad. Take a look at me. Look, obviously a little bit over the top.
Yeah.
Calling the Parkland survivors terrorists because they've criticized him.
I actually think it's worse than that.
Yeah.
And why is it worse? And then there's the great irony of Oliver North saying this, but it's worse because they are now beginning to call demonstrations and protests and speaking out civil terrorism. And so that propaganda has begun. And that's exactly what fascists do. So they want to make sure that they basically kill off all dissent from their right-wing positions. And so what is actual punching and harassment and all the different words that he used is when massacres happen, like the one that they suffered through, right? So that's actual violence. Speaking out against massacres is not harassment, it's not civil terrorism, it's not any of those things. It's freedom of speech, which is the most core right that we have as Americans, protected by the United States Constitution. But Oliver North wouldn't understand or recognize the United States Constitution if it was right in his face. He's violated his oath to that Constitution over and over again. And to use the word terrorism in this context, well, that is rich with irony. Oliver North literally sold weapons to terrorists, and he was convicted of 3 felonies because of that. He later got off on a technicality, and right-wingers, you must be so proud that he had good lawyers that used loopholes to get him off, when in fact he was convicted for selling weapons to terrorists and is a traitor to this country. For him, who actually sold those weapons to dangerous terrorists, to turn around and say someone who's fighting back with speech against people who have committed massacres is somehow the civil terrorist, he might have broken the irony record.
Well, at least he's consistent. Like, he loves to sell weapons. He loved to sell weapons back then, wants to sell weapons now. More weapons, the more weapons, the better for him. But I just want everyone to take a moment to think about who he's talking about, because yes, they're minors, yes, they're high school students, but they're high school students who experienced their loved ones, their friends and their educators get gunned down in cold blood right in front of them. And he has the audacity to go out and call them terrorists because they want change so they don't ever have to experience something like that again. So other young people, other Americans never have to experience something like that again. I mean, his behavior is so incredibly disgusting, and it just gives you a sense of, where their mind is at. First of all, the fact that the NRA would hire him after, we just went through what his history is, tells you a lot about the NRA.
I mean, that's basically it. And it's worth remembering that the Reagan doctrine and Oliver North are also largely responsible for the rise of terrorism around the world, particularly in the Middle East. Funding anti-communist insurgencies is why we have Al-Qaeda and ISIS and other forms of terrorism around the world. So for him to call that civil terrorism, like people who survived a school shooting, is I mean, it's as crazy as it sounds.
And finally, let's not forget the Jim Crow comments. And he had to walk it back slightly by saying, I meant cyber war. In Jim Crow, people were actually lynched, the civil rights leaders, hung from trees, murdered, etc. The NRA is the ones supporting the murderers, not the ones actually getting attacked. So let's just be clear about that. They want to arm the people doing the massacres. So there's no one actually physically attacking the NRA, but they are special little snowflakes. So they're like, if you don't let us sell weapons to mass murderers, then oh my God, our rights, what has happened to our rights? It's like we're Martin Luther King. I assure you that you are not. 2 easy ways to follow the Young Turks. One is hit the subscribe button down below, then you're a TYT subscriber. And second is ring the bell. And when you do that on YouTube, you're notified of our videos.